Welcome, YouTubers. In this video, I'm going to show you how to take a Microsoft form and insert that into a PowerPoint presentation. Once the form has been inserted into the PowerPoint presentation, you can share the presentation with others, and they can complete the quiz or the survey that you have embedded in the presentation. Let's go ahead and learn how to do this.
The first step for inserting a Microsoft form into a PowerPoint presentation is to create a Microsoft form. If you're unfamiliar with that process, you can watch my video covering the creation of Microsoft forms. The form that you create can be either a quiz or a survey. In this case, I've done a very simple 5-question, 5-point pretest that I would give to students before they proceed with the rest of a PowerPoint presentation. Once I'm satisfied that my form is ready to be inserted into PowerPoint, I can move over to PowerPoint. My PowerPoint presentation matches the topic of my pretest, and I've left slide number 2 blank as that is where I want to insert the form. However, before I do that, it is imperative that I save the file in OneDrive. To do that, I'm going to go to File, Save, I'm going to select OneDrive, and at that point, if I would like to move the file to a specific folder or location, I'm going to locate that spot and save the file there. I'm just going to call this example presentation. And I can hit save at that point, and the file will be saved in OneDrive so that later on I can share this presentation. Once the presentation has been saved, I'm going to click on slide number 2, or the slide where you would like to insert the form, and I'm going to select Insert, Forms. Once I do that, on the right side of the screen, I will be given the option to select from the forms that I currently have created in Office 365. In this case, I'm going to choose the example pretest for Microsoft PowerPoint, and I'm going to select Insert. It will take just a moment for that form to load into the PowerPoint. You can see that the form has loaded into the PowerPoint so that all the information is contained on one slide. So even though the form is much longer than one slide, I can scroll down within that slide and complete the form. If I would like to preview this at any point, I can go to Slideshow, and I can do either from the beginning or from the current slide and see how it's going to look for students. If I want to see how the quiz is going to look for students, I can answer all of the questions and then scroll to the bottom of the form and click Submit. Once I have done that, I will be able to view my results, and I can see as a student how I scored on the quiz. Notice that it is difficult for students to go on. If that is the case, you can right click and reload, have the students right click and reload, and the form will reload so that they are able to go to the next slide or to the previous slide. At that point, students can begin the presentation where they will learn the material that was covered in the pretest. At this point, you have created a form, you've inserted into PowerPoint, and you verify that it's going to look correct to students. How are you going to share this with students? You are going to click the Share button, and if at this point you have not saved your document in OneDrive, you will be prompted to save the document in OneDrive. So I would click OneDrive, and the file will be saved in OneDrive, though keep in mind it will not be organized, and you would later want to go into your OneDrive and organize that. At this point, you will want to change the option so that anyone with the link can edit. You will want to turn off the editing option so that anyone with the link can view. And then you are going to apply. And at that point, you are going to copy the link. And once you have copied the link, you can share this with students in a variety of ways, including distributing through Canvas, creating a QR code, or sharing with students by email. Hopefully you can find a use for inserting a Microsoft form into a PowerPoint presentation and distributing to students. If you have any questions, please let me know.